Listen to the vibes.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Vibes. I'd love to welcome here Shruti Sethi, who is a cancer survivor and a wellness warrior. So we're going to get to know her, have a great conversation. Shruti, tell us a little bit more about you.
Thanks, Kyle, for having me here. And it's a pleasure to speak to your audience.
Thank you.
About me, I'm just as a normal person, but my life changed when I got diagnosis of cancer at the age of 34.
Mm,
It was, at that age of 34, you don't think that you can get any diseases because you're thriving, you're very focused on your career. And I was a fashion designer back then, having my own my own label, and I was living a pretty decent life. And all of a sudden this diagnosis really hit me, and it made me realize that, oh my god, like I should have woken up earlier and take care of my health, because cancer just doesn't happen all of a sudden. It takes almost 8 to 10 years to get developed in your body, to for the tumor to get detected. So I had this question of, like, when I went to the doctors, what was my body doing for this 18 years? Why couldn't I detect? Why was I not told about this, that there is something going wrong? Because it was always giving me signs and symptoms. My body was always, like, I was lethargic. I was not able to get up on time. Like, I never was an early person. I had extreme hormonal imbalance, like acne on my face and gut issues, asthma. All I was given was this pill in a short form, and it was sent home that this would be taken care of, but never address the root cause as why is this happening. So it was up to me to understand, when you get cancer, you're like so numb by the whole situation and diagnosis that you don't know what to do. And you have to take a step back. And that was the time when I realized that I have to slow down in my life. I have to know where my priorities are. And I don't want to get back into this situation now. Whatever has happened has happened. I have to do the normal procedures and all the treatments, etc. But I don't want to get back into this, because when you go to the hospitals, it's so miserable. People are miserable. People are just, so scared of the things, of the treatments. And so was I. And being young, I was like, the question was, is my life done? Like, am I done in this world? And I was not ready. I was not ready to face all of this. So it was a do or die situation for me. And I took every step. I took every research. I spoke to so many people to understand, why does cancer happen and what could be done. And when I realized that cancer is actually 10% is only because due to genes, and rest 90% is due to your bad lifestyle, it made me go back and trace my steps and understand, okay, what was I doing with my lifestyle? Why was it bad? And what steps can I do to correct it? And when I started doing it, it was just a miracle. I also took a bit of conventional therapies, and plus I did change my lifestyle. I did focus on proper nutrition. I did focus on mindfulness, meditation, yoga, and really letting my emotions go. Like, I was holding on to a lot of fear and anger and frustration. So I had to let go of that. Took a complete integrative path where I could combine both the worlds together, and heal myself. And in just 4 chemos, it was just a miracle that the cancer was gone, and I didn't have to take radiation, thank God. I refused radiation, actually, because I had made this connection with my own self and my body, and I wanted to give it time. I wanted to give it, when you sit in meditation, you get so intuitive. And I realized that, okay, my cancer is gone. I just need to now detox, and I need to understand what I'm going to do with my life. And that seed was grown in that time, that if I get well and I'm going to come out of it, I'm going to transform some people's life. And that's how I came into wellness world, and I started working with cancer people and a lot of people who had chronic issues. because the pain of going through cancer made me realize that there is nothing like an support system. I had to run here and there and understand everything. I thought, why not make a platform where people could connect to the experts and save time and efforts, because it's really like, it's very taxing on your. So, and people don't have that energy, people don't have the resources to do that. So I said, I'm going to bridge this gap, I'm going to bring this to the world. And that's how my story started, Awaana Health started. And now I've been working with a lot of cancer patients, a lot of people who have chronic issues and really don't know what to do. They're fed up of taking medications, they're fed up of coming into this whole cycle and loop and getting one after the things, problems and issues. So I am here to help people with all issues and just give them a holistic perspective. I am not saying no to conventional methods or medicine. That's required when it's required. But there is a root cause, and I want people to address the root cause and take responsibility of their own health in their own hands.
I notice something when people that go through something traumatic like that, it's almost like you have this burning desire inside of you to want to help other people. Like I've had people on that have been molested and things like that, or abused by a spouse or a loved one, and once they come out on the other end, it's like they just have to go help someone. You think that's
Yes.
just gratefulness, or what do you attribute that to?
I think that whole thing of the lesson being learned, and when you were talking abuse and when you were talking about, I've gone through all that things in my, I was married and I was going through a divorce when I got diagnosis of cancer, and I realized that I was putting a lot of pressure on myself. I never realized I was abandoning myself. There was no self love. I was just trying to prove a point to this world and taking validation from others. So when you go through such pain, extreme pains, and when you come out of it, you're like, why? I don't want others to suffer. I want to at least give them some hope, because it takes tremendous amount of energy and efforts to come out to the other end and do what you like. You know, it's very easy to just be very comfortable and earn and do a corporate job, but it takes guts to do something which has not been undertaken. And the whole energy, I mean, I got my power back because of cancer, and I'm very grateful for cancer to happen such early in my life. I wouldn't be the person sitting here and talking to you if I hadn't gone through all this. So any extremities in your life, you should be grateful for. And it's a very good point that it comes and shows you the way. You know, it there always should be a certainty. You should always be having a positive outlook, and do not judge the moment. Whatever you are going through is actually transforming you. So if you could look from that perspective, I know it's very difficult at that moment to look from that perspective, but years later, then you will look back and you'll say, oh my god, what am I strong, I'm a warrior. I mean, I've gone through all this and I'm so proud of myself. So yes, people get that strength that, oh my God, I am going to not let others suffer. At least be an example of, if I can do it, so can others.
Doesn't stress contribute to getting cancer?
Yes, it's such a controversial thing. Some people think that stress contributes. Some people think it doesn't. But now there are studies, like there are proven studies that shows how stress affects the cortisol levels in our body, which makes us in the flight and fight mode. And if you're constantly in that flight and fight mode, there is inflammation, your immune system goes lower, and when your immune system is getting lower, you can get any kind of diseases, and be it cancer, be it any other thing. So one of the causes of cancer is stress, inflammation. One of the causes, like, when you are stressed, you also feel like eating the wrong kind of foods. You are attracting the wrong things, wrong people around you. You're so low vibe, and you just are in that miserable condition, and you don't want to do anything. I didn't feel like exercising. I didn't feel like anything. I had to push myself in order to do that. And I was just attracting the wrong people in my life that time, and I was seeking validation for the wrong from the wrong reasons, and not giving myself and my own health a priority. So of course, stress causes cancer. I don't. If people say no, I don't believe it. Like I said, maybe you don't know the right things. So, and I've when work with especially women, like breast cancer and hormonal imbalances cancer, which is increasing like double fold these days. If you look back from the women who have got diagnosis 2 years, 3 years, oh my God, the kind of stress they've had in their life is extreme, and it's in front of you. So how can that not cause? So it's not the direct reason, but definitely it's an indirect reason for having cancer.
Well, and a lot of the preservatives and other things they put in our foods. So you do you help
Absolutely.
people with their diet?
Yes, nutrition is one of the key factors when it comes for prevention, and people who are also going through cancer. Like for me, I completely became a whole plant-based eater. I was reading the ingredients. I was educating myself. Got rid of plastic. I got rid of. I changed my water. I changed the kind of food I was eating, organic foods and fresh fruits. Gave up dairy and sugar, which were main causes of inflammation. I understood what are anti-inflammatory foods and how to incorporate. I learned cooking and the right kind of cooking, oils to utensils to your environment to the products I was using on my face on my body. So many things, it's just like a lifestyle change, and it contributes, each and everything contributes to you getting diseases. So why not change, and why not educate yourself so that you can live a healthier and good quality life. That was the whole reason I wanted to live. I wanted to survive. I wanted to thrive, and I was open to change, and which is important for a mindset to, when it comes to cancer, to beat cancer, that you have to change your mindset.
You work with people one on one.
Yes, I do. And I love taking one-on-one consultations because I kind of understand what is their mindset, what was the reason behind. I try to like reverse engineer their thoughts and their mindset, their each and everything about their life, about their family issues. We have counselors, we have therapists. We try and give them a complete 360-degree approach where where people are going through chemo or radiation have so many side effects, and we try and give them natural solutions to things like constipation or diarrhea or any other kind of things which they are suffering with, not taking another pill. So we give them these kind of support system, and it really helps them to recover faster.
And you said that meditation helps?
Oh my God. Like, how can I not stress upon the kind of meditation? It helped me. I know that it gave me so much of groundingness. Like I felt grounded. I felt in my body. I felt uh, that freedom from all the things I was putting the pressure on myself. Because meditation, when you come and you connect with your breath, simple, starting with connection with your breath, just don't, not in going inside or whatever fancy jargons people use, but just grounding and connecting with your breath and being present in your body is the kind of relief you get, that oh my God, nothing else matters this moment. I'm here with myself and with my body, and that's a form of self love. Meditation is nothing but a form of self love, and you feel so good after doing certain kind of meditations. It can be sound meditation, it can be any kind of meditation which connects with you. There are hundreds type of meditation, but connect with what kind of, not just try and go and start like in my practice, I have a community. I tell people maybe to start with tapping. Maybe if that's not your jam, do a breath work, do like sound meditation, nature meditation, whatever you want which resonates with you, go for it.
I used meditation to get over depression and anxiety
Oh,
and
wow.
my PTSD. And said this over and over again. If anybody watches or listens to my show, I can't I can't give anybody advice because I'm not a doctor, but I weaned myself off all those pills, and those pills they didn't really seem to help anyway. And now, as you know, used to. Well, by the way, I did take a trip to New York once. I know that's where you're at, and I got on subway. Used to, I would have never dreamed of getting on a subway because I'd melt down, freak out, everything. But I did meditation before I got on there, and it was smooth sailing the whole way. And
Yeah.
I can't say how much that meditation has helped my life.
Oh, that's a great example. I mean, getting off your pills it's so
Mm,
powerful, right? It's just so powerful. That's a testimony, and it's more powerful than medication because medication is just a temporary thing. If you, again,
mhm,
I always tell people, if you want to get rid of these, go straight to the root cause, which is it is difficult, but the results are long lasting.
mhm. And all those pills, they ruin your liver.
Liver, gut, destroys the nervous system, destroys so many things
Hmm.
in your body. So it's not the ultimate answer for diseases, not at all.
Oh, it's okay if it's something temporary. I mean, you might
Yes,
need it for
yes,
a bad cold or the flu or something, but
yeah.
to be on a lifetime regimen of these medications, I had to take a pill to filter my liver from all the other pills I
My
was
God.
taking. It's an endless cycle.
It's just a loop. You just come into that loop, and then you have the thing, that you're now taking another pill, then you're taking another pill. It's a never ending loop. So you have to break that loop. And, and I always tell people there is no shortcut to vibrant and good health. You
Mhm.
have to make efforts. It's consistency, it is discipline, and it takes patience. So, if you have these three qualities and grown with you, and holistic health does make you patient because you have to be patient with your body. All of a sudden, diseases don't happen, right? It takes years. So, why aren't you patient? The thing is, we want instant gratification in this world now. There's always like instant gratification, instant answers on Google, instant answers on Instagram, Reels. We are just like the swiping culture has gone so viral. Now we want answers for everything, every solution. But for health, no matter what, you have to be patient. Muscles don't get built in one day.
Exactly.
And so that good health doesn't get built in one day. So you have to be patient.
Well, if someone wants to work with you, how do they get a hold of you?
So I am available I'm there on all social media. Shruti underscore Sethi underscore is my Instagram, and www.awaanahealth, AWAANAHELTH.com is my website. Get in touch with me, and I'm so open to coaching, and I do personal coaching. I also do group coaching. So please get in touch with me if you have any issues, and I'll be glad to help you all out.
Do you do that over Zoom?
Yes, Zoom. I actually do in person also here in New York, but I have clients from all over the world. Uh, yeah, so Zoom sessions. And I have a team of experts, and we do a very strict root cause analysis, blood analysis, and do a functional analysis and try and give you a complete personalized plan.
Oh, nice. Well, what I'll do is I'll put all of your links in the description just to make it easier for folks to find you. Shruti, thank you so much for spending time with me today.
Thank you, Kat. It was pleasure. Pleasure's all mine. And thank you for doing this.
It's my pleasure. And I also want to thank all you folks out there. If you are new to the channel, I hope you'll come back. Please hit that subscribe button from our regulars. You guys are awesome because you make it possible for me to do this. And I also have to say this again. This is January, and YouTube just loves to do their little scrubbing of everybody's channels, and I lost almost 500 subscribers. So check to
Oh
see if
my
you
God.
are still subscribed. Yeah, it's wonderful time of year. But anyway, again, thank all of you out there. God bless and peace.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Listen to the Vibes. You can catch us on Buzzsprout or wherever you listen to your favourite podcasts, and on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook at The Vibes Broadcast Network